Welcome to the Mind, Body, and Yoga presentation that goes along with Women's Health Awareness Week in May. Women's Health Week was developed to serve as a reminder for women to make their health a priority and build positive health habits for life. I am Molly Allgood, and I will be presenting the information today. We have all been impacted by the COVID-19 pandemic, and this can create a sense of fear and stress for all. This can contribute to individuals feeling anxiety and depression symptoms such as panic, sadness, headaches, and more. As women, we can still hold a lot of that stress on ourselves due to many societal pressures. It is important to remember that during this stressful time to take care of your mental health. Here at the village of Hoffman Estates in the Department of Health and Human Services, we are committed to providing you support and tools to reduce stress. Some helpful tools include mindfulness and gratitude exercises. Hope you enjoy, and let's get started. In this presentation, I will discuss information unique to women and their mental and physical health needs, as well as how to decrease certain mental or physical concerns and ultimately feel better in the long run using some mindful and gratitude exercises. To finish this presentation, there will be a 15-20 minute yoga video. So to start this presentation, I wanted to share some statistics that are unique to women. According to the womenshealth.gov, each year, 1 in 5 women in the United States experience mental health concerns, such as depression, post-traumatic stress disorder, or an eating disorder. More than twice as many women have been diagnosed with anxiety when compared to men, and also women are almost twice as likely to experience depression when compared to men. Now, here are some of the unique health needs of women today. It's reported that women need 2.5 hours of moderate intensity physical activity each week. This equals about 30 minutes a day. Now, 30 minutes of brisk walking a day is enough to lower your risk of breast cancer. And the more exercise you do, the more your risk of early death goes down. Now, fruits and vegetables are a great way to get vital vitamins and minerals. It's been proven that potassium can help lower blood pressure. The fiber from fruits and vegetables can help lower cholesterol. And vitamin A keeps eyes and skin healthy and helps protect against infection. Now, to the bottom right of this slide, I have provided a little diagram of fruits and vegetables that are high in vitamin A. I hope that helps. Now, before we begin our mindfulness exercise, I wanted to share some benefits of using mindfulness exercises such as this one. It's been proven that mindfulness can help to relieve stress, lower blood pressure, improve sleep, and can help lower symptoms of depression, anxiety, eating disorders, even conflict between couples, and more. Now let's begin our practice. Take your seat, and whatever you're sitting on, make sure it's a stable, solid seat. Notice what your legs are doing. If you're on the floor, cross your legs comfortably in front of you. If you're on a chair, make sure the bottoms of your feet are touching the floor. Now straighten your upper body, but don't stiffen. This should be comfortable. Situate your upper arms parallel to your upper body. Let your hands drop onto the tops of your legs. Your upper arms at your sides, and your hands will land in about the right spot. If they're too far forward, you will feel hunched over. If too far back, you may feel stiff. You're sort of tuning the strings of your body, not too tight and not too loose. Now drop your chin a little and let your gaze fall gently downward. You may let your eyelids lower. If you feel the need, you may lower them completely, but it's not necessary to close your eyes when meditating. You can simply let what appears before your eyes be there without focusing on it. Now be there for a few moments. Relax. Bring your attention to your breath or the sensations in your body. Feel your breath. Draw your attention to the physical sensation of breathing, the air moving through your nose or mouth, the rising and falling of your belly or your chest. Choose your focal point, and with each breath, you can mentally note breathing in and breathing out. Inevitably, your attention will leave the breath and wander to other places. Don't worry. There's no need to block or eliminate thinking. When you get around to noticing your mind wandering, just gently return your attention to the breath. Practice pausing before making any physical adjustments during this time, such as moving your body or scratching an itch. With intention, shift at a moment you choose, allowing space between what you experience and what you choose to do. You may also find your mind wandering constantly. That's normal too. Instead of wrestling with or engaging with those thoughts as much, practice observing without needing to react. Just sit and pay attention. As hard as it is to maintain, that's all there is. Come back over and over again without judgment or expectation. When you're ready, gently lift your gaze. If your eyes are closed, open them. Take a moment and notice any sounds in the environment. Notice how your body feels right now. Notice your thoughts and emotions. Pausing for a moment, decide how you'd like to continue on with your day. I hope you enjoyed that mindfulness practice. I know I sure did. Now let's move on to a gratitude exercise. There are many different ones you can practice, so I'll just give you one, such as journaling. The benefits of gratitude journaling include increasing quality of sleep, decreasing symptoms of sickness and increased joy, writing down a few things that you are grateful for is one of the easiest and most popular exercises available. Here are a few prompts to get you started. Another way to practice mindfulness is through yoga. The Grounded Wellness Yoga Studio has graciously provided a pre-recorded 15 to 20 minute practice for you. Yoga has many benefits such as increasing flexibility, energy, metabolism, can help to decrease stress, as well as relieve anxiety. I hope you enjoy this practice. And before I end and the yoga video begins, I wanted to thank you for listening to this presentation and hope you are able to utilize some of the information given to you today and are also excited to ask more questions about your own mental and physical health needs. Stay well.
We're going to start by breathing. So stand up tall, bring your palms to face forward, and with an inhale, start to bring your arms up over your head as big as you can. Exhale, your hands down the center line to your heart. Inhale your arms out and up. Feel your lungs expanding, palms together. Exhale your hands to your heart. With an inhale, feel your rib cage opening up. Feel your front side expanding, palms touch. Exhale your hands down the center line of your body. Keep a straight, tall spine here and your feet planted into the mat. Exhale your hands down to your heart. Be sure to keep your tongue soft Inhaling to get as tall as you can. Exhaling, staying in that center line, and then dive forward. Bring your hands down to the mat. We're going to inhale, lift up halfway, stretch the top of your head away from your tailbone. Exhale, forward fold. Now on your next inhale, come up all the way, arms up over your head, palms touch together. Exhale your hands down to your heart. And then release your arms by your side, palms facing forward. This is mountain pose. From mountain pose, we're going to step to the side, stand tall. Inhale your arms up. Exhale, forward fold all the way down like we just did previously. Inhale up, halfway lift. Call this monkey pose. Exhale, bring your hands down to the mat and then walk your hands forward into a downward facing dog. Lift your hips up high and start to pedal your feet out as it feels good. Bending your right knee to stretch your left. Bending your left knee to stretch your right leg. And you can take your time here. Bending your right and your left legs, walking it out. Lift your hips up and then reach your heels down. Another way to stretch your legs. Now inhale, bend your knees, glance forward. As you exhale, walk your feet forward so that you land in a forward fold. Feet under your knees, under your hips. Allow your head to hang down. Inhale up, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Next inhale, come up all the way, arms out wide. Reach your arms up over your head. Exhale, bring your hands to your heart, just like we did previously. Inhale, arms out and up. As you exhale, forward fold, arms out to the side. Bring your hands down. Inhale up, halfway lift, straight legs, straight spine. As you exhale, plant your hands down. Step your legs back one by one. Come into a downward facing dog. Hips up. Try to bring your heart closer towards your toes, towards your ankles. Now shift your weight forward into a plank pose and then gently come back into downward facing dog. We're going to do that again. So hips up high. Gently shift your weight forward into your hands, into your arms, straight line, and then lift your hips back up. Downward facing dog. Let's do that one more time. Shift forward. Feel the weight shift into your hands, into your fingers, and then bring your hips back up into downward facing dog. Be strong in this pose. With your next inhale, take your right leg, lift it up all the way towards the ceiling as straight as possible, and then start to bring your knee towards your nose. Step your right foot in between your hands. So we come into a runner's lunge here. And then bring your left knee down. So your knee's under your hip, and walk your hands up to your knee or thigh. Check in with your balance here. Bring your hands back to your waist or your hips. Have as straight a spine as possible. Inhale your arms up over your head. Feel as long and as tall as you can. With an inhale, reach up, look up towards the ceiling, and then start to bring your thumbs towards the wall behind you. Reach back any amount. And you don't have to go back any specific amount. But open up your front side. Feel your heart shift forward. And then come back to a straight line. Bring your palms in together to touch. Inhale to get tall. And then round yourself forward, doing the opposite action of what we just did. So we went back last time. This time we round the spine forward. Arms extending out, palms still squeezing in. Lift the middle of your spine or the back of your heart up towards the ceiling, and then gently come back up with your belly button in towards your spine. Arms down by your side. Hands at your hips. Bring your hands forward, and then hands come down all the way to the mat. Good. Plant both hands down. Extend your left leg, and then step your right leg back into a plank pose. And now lift your hips up into a downward facing dog. Good. Hips up high, heart down low. Walk it out. So slowly bring your feet forward. Land in a forward fold. We're going to inhale up to straighten the spine. Monkey pose, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Next inhale, arms out wide. Come up all the way as tall as you can to standing. And then with your next exhale, arms out wide, forward fold. Allow your head to be heavy. Inhale up, halfway lift. And then exhale, bring your hands to the mat. Step your legs back, downward facing dog. So again, hips up high, heart down low. With your next inhale, take your left leg, lift it back and up behind you as long as you can. And then as you exhale, step your left foot between your hands. Keep your right leg strong and active. Step your right knee down to the mat. So we're going to come down to 90-degree angles behind our knees. Hands come up to establish balance. Bring your hands to your hips to establish the straight spine. Next inhale, arms up over your head. Be as straight and as tall as you can be. With your next inhale, reach your arms up. And then as you exhale, bring your thumbs back, reach behind you, lift your heart up, feel the front of your ribs opening up and expanding. Let's take one more breath here, get long. And then as you exhale, slowly come back towards your straight spine. And bring your palms together next. Be tall and then round forward. So your fingertips reaching away from your shoulders, creating length in your spine. Feel the front side of your body a bit compressed and the middle of your back, the back of your heart reaching up towards the ceiling. Breathing through your nose, extend your arms, gently come back up to your straight spine. Bring your hands down to your hips, to your waist. Walk yourself out the same way you walked in. Hands to your knees, hands down to your mat. Tuck your right toes underneath. Shift the weight into your hands. Left leg steps back. And then be gentle here. Bring both knees down. Point your toes back. Keep your elbows in. Lower yourself down to the mat. And then push yourself up. And of course, if you want to do this with your toes tucked underneath, you can do that. Knees on the mat, as straight and as strong as you can. Just going to do another push-up here. Keep your elbows in. Slowly lift yourself up. Toes tuck underneath, downward facing dog. Hips up high, heart down low. Taking a breath. Good. Now slowly start to walk your feet forward so you land in a forward fold. Feet under your knees, under your hips. Inhale up, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Next inhale, come up all the way, arms out and up. Bring your palms together and then hands down to your heart, the center line. Good. Arms by your side, mountain pose. Be tall. With your straight spine, stand up tall, bring your hands to your hips. And then open up your feet by heel toe, widening out your stance. Try to go for as wide as you can while still pushing your feet down flat into the mat. Once you're established, bring your arms out parallel to the floor. Keep your legs strong and your arms reaching out in opposite directions. Now take your right foot, open it up towards the short edge of your mat so your hip opens up. And then bend your right knee so that your knee comes over your heel. Not out over your toes, but over your heel. And try to keep a straight spine. With an inhale, make your arms long. Turn your palm to face up. And then gently lift your right arm up towards the ceiling, coming into a reverse warrior pose. Your left hand can be down on your left leg. Anywhere is just fine. But as you inhale, reach up with your right arm. And then on the exhale, bend your right knee a little deeper and bring your arms back parallel to the floor. Now straighten your right leg. Turn your foot back in. And then we're going to open up the other side. So open up your left leg. Your toes point towards the short edge of your mat and bend your knee. See if you can get deeper on one side or the other. Just notice it. Inhale to reach your arms long, and then enter into reverse warrior pose, lifting your left arm up high, looking up towards the ceiling or beyond your fingertips. You can always make any adjustment that feels right for your neck. If you would like to take your right arm, you could reach it back behind your waist if that feels appropriate for you. Listen to your body. See how it feels to put the weight in your feet evenly and to reach up with your left arm. And then slowly start to come out, returning to warrior two pose. Be strong, and then straighten your left leg and turn your leg in so that all 10 toes are pointing towards the long edge of your mat. Bring your hands down to your hips or to your waist. Take a breath, and as you exhale, you're going to dive forward, keeping your chin up, but leading with your heart. Once you're halfway, then allow your head to come down and be heavy. Be in this wide-legged forward fold. You can have your hands either on the floor or the mat, or if you'd like, you could pull on the back side of your legs, if that's better for you. Listen to your body. The idea is to stretch the back side of your legs and the back side of your body. Now from here, bring your hands down to the mat and then slowly start to walk your hands over towards your right foot. And even if you just go 6 inches, you can do that. But if you have the flexibility and it feels right, you can reach all the way on to the outside and the back of your right foot. And if you pull with your arms, you'll intensify the stretch. Notice where your tongue is at. Be calm with this intense stretch, with this forward folding stretch. Back off if you need to, and then slowly come back out, walking towards the center. Now we're going to go the other way. So use your breath to gain length, and then as you exhale, walk over to the left side. And you may notice that one side is more flexible than the other. One side may be more open. And that is totally normal. That's usually the way it works. Soften your tongue, take a deep breath. Try to think about the top of your head coming closer towards the top of your left foot. And be with this stretch. Gently come out, walking your hands back towards the center. Belly button into your spine, arms out wide. Use your back strength to come up to a straight spine. Once you're established, bring your hands down to your hips and to your waist. Heel toe your feet in just a little bit, just once or twice, so that your feet are pointing out 45 degrees, but your heels are still wider than your shoulders. You're in a stance here. We're going to set up for a squat. So slowly start to bend your knees. They're pointing in the same direction as your toes out at that 45 degrees. And if it feels good to rock back and forth a little bit, right, left, to get down into your squat, you can do that. Once you're there and established, bring your hands together in front of your heart and see if you can tuck your tailbone forward a little bit, lean your upper body back. Then balance by bringing your arms forward and reaching your thumbs towards each other, towards the center line of your body. Keep your legs bent, keep your tailbone tucking forward as you bring your hands back to your heart. Straighten your legs, get a little bit of relief on your legs and the burn. Bring your hands down to your hips and then continue to walk your feet in so that your feet land underneath your hips and will return in our mountain pose. We've been here before, straight line, mountain pose. Inhale your arms up over your head, palms together. Exhale, forward fold. Bring your hands down to the mat. Inhale up, halfway lift. Straighten your spine, bring your hands to your shins. Exhale, again, forward fold. Now we're going to slowly ragdoll up. So take your time, feel your spine rounding. Take 8 or 10 seconds to slowly just lift your head up last, your shoulders back. Stand as tall as you can, mountain pose, palms facing forward, soft tongue. Now we're going to gently make our way to a seated position. So sit comfortably on your mat. Make sure that your sit bones, your hips are contacting the mat evenly, and extend your right leg out. reach your heel out and bring your left foot in to the inside of your right thigh. Now, with both hips down into the mat evenly and a straight spine, inhale, bring your arms up over your head, turn your torso and heart over your right leg, and then use your exhale to reach towards your right foot. Notice the stretch in your hamstring and in your back. Once you have that stretch, allow your head to hang down, and as your head hangs down with the help of gravity, you will finalize the stretch in the top of your spine, or all the way up your spine into your neck. If you're looking for a little bit more here, reach your heel forward, your toes back in towards your face, and push the back of your knee down. When you're ready, you can allow your hands to come down to the mat. You could back off at any point, and then gently bring your arms all the way back up. Your arms come down, reestablish the weight in your hips, and then switch sides. So left leg extends out, right leg comes in all the way, knee down, heel out, toes back in towards your face. Have an active straight leg, straight spine. Inhale up, turn to your left, exhale your way forward. And notice this side might be a little bit different than the other side. Maybe you're more flexible on this side than you were on the opposite. Take 2 breaths on purpose. So as you inhale, feel your spine lengthening, and as you exhale, come a little bit tighter down if you can. Again, whether your foot is touching both hands or not doesn't matter. Your hands can be on the floor, that's just fine. You can continue to pull on your foot if you'd prefer. When you've had enough here and you feel the stretch, you can gently start to come back up. Palms squeeze in together, helps to work your abdomen, helps your whole abdominal and midsection to work together. Now bring your right foot to the center line of your body, and bring your left foot in as well into a butterfly shape with the feet, soles of your feet together. If you like the grip with your fingers in front of your toes, you can do that. Otherwise, you can push down on your legs. Any placement of your hands works just fine. As you're ready, start to slowly walk your hands forward and round your spine. Allow your upper body to be heavy, bringing your forehead down towards the mat. Now, if this is too much, you can always make an adjustment. You can back off as you see here. Take your feet, move them out away from your torso, away from your belly button a little bit. And that might be a little bit more comfortable for you on your hips, and it might allow you to stretch your back and your spine a bit deeper. Close up the gap between your toes if you can, and surrender into the weight of your upper body. Gently walk yourself back up. Sit in a straight spine. Bring your knees up. Be very gentle. Take it easy on your hips. Make your way long ways onto your mat if you weren't in that orientation already. Sit up tall with a straight spine. Reach your arms forward for a little bit of added challenge. And we're going to lift one leg up at a time to work our abdomen here. So bring your right leg up, your lower leg parallel to the floor, and then your left. It doesn't matter which side you do first. And then both legs lift up into boat pose, or a modified boat pose. Keep your belly button in. When you're ready, allow your legs to come down, arms reach forward, and slowly lower yourself down onto the mat. We're entering into our Shavasana pose, our resting pose here. Allow your legs to be heavy and long, and your palms facing up. Close your eyes. Soften your tongue behind your teeth. And Shavasana pose is a resting pose. So you're welcome to take as long as you would like here. This is a great spot to pause the video and take 5 or 10 minutes. As you inhale, notice your belly expanding. As you exhale, allow your shoulders and your arms and your head to be heavy and relaxed. In through your nose, out through your nose. Gently start to wiggle your fingertips and your toes just a little bit. And as we come out gently, start to bring your right leg up, your left leg up, so your knees bend up towards the ceiling, and then gently roll over to your side, being sure to support your head, and be on your side for a moment here, still with your eyes closed, watching your breath. Make your way into a seated position. Sit comfortably with a straight, tall spine. Bring your hands together in front of your heart. Use an inhale to lengthen your spine. As you exhale, bow your head down to honor your practice, to honor yourself. Namaste.